what the Post op-ed article was talking about is there's just a lack of diplomatic experience with this Obama administration. They've shied away from using the academics. They've shied away from using the career diplomats, and they're going basically with these political hacks who have the final say.
Wayne, stay there. Let's talk more about that when we come back. And our government spying with espionage on friendly nations. Stay there. This is important information. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
If you're not satisfied with how your skin is aging and want a healthy, youthful glow with immediate results, get a facelift from the inside out with Vizuri. Like a mini facelift, only without needles or surgery, Vizuri is a revolutionary youth rejuvenation skincare system that's proven to work for your money back. Vizuri is all natural and chemical and preservative-free. It helps reverse damage to complexions as a result of aging, stress, lifestyle, and pollution. Vizuri reduces skin pore size, firms, lifts, and tightens, leaving you with soft, silky, shiny skin and looking years younger. You may have seen Vizuri reviewed by CBS TV News. Now see how Vizuri is helping men and women get a fountain of youth facelift at avatarfacial.com and click on CBS TV News to see video of the amazing Vizuri skincare system. Call 888-203-5278. That's 888-203-5278, or go to avatarfacial.com, spelled AVATAR facial.com, and click on CBS TV News. Vizuri, the fountain of youth facelift.
Looking for the ultimate superfood? One that will give you lasting energy, improve your sense of well-being, and help you build lean muscle? One World Whey is the first ever unheated whey protein powder on the market. Virtually all other whey protein powders on the market are heated. This damages 15% or more of the proteins, making them unusable to the body. Fresh raw whey has been used for hundreds of years to alleviate many health problems. The life-giving properties in raw whey are now available in One World Whey. Whether you want to build immunity, strength, endurance, muscle, slow down aging, or just feel a lot better, One World Whey may be the perfect food for you. One World Whey is also an ideal emergency preparedness food. Simply mix with water and you'll have a delicious, life-giving protein food in vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. For your free report on the benefits of unheated whey protein powder, call 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's 888-988-3325 or visit oneworldwhey.com.
Just inside the doorway. Use it only in emergency. Better you should pray to God, the Father and the Spirit will guide you and protect you from up here. Can you hear?
Okay, looking at the different interests involved, we know we have this little hermit empire, this hereditary dictatorship. That's where communism always goes. Black uniforms, secret police, surveillance, torture, cannibalism, the fruits of collectivism run by the state. And you've got the meeting last week there in South Korea, the G20. You've got the Rand Corporation and others saying how much they need a new war. You've got the Washington Post saying that Obama needs a new war to get his agenda going. We had Ron Paul on last hour, and he concurred that this is driving the dollar back up and that this could be the military-industrial complex trying to stage a provocation. Well, they knew it was a area that the North claims is theirs, right off their coast. They know that if they went in there and fired artillery, they'd be fired on. The North warned them. And so this is a provocation. And it's being done for a lot of different reasons. But Wayne Madsen, recapping, what's your gut on this? What are the real reasons for this?
Well, I would note that same island saw skirmishes between North and South Korea in 1999 and again in 2002, but none of those ended up in a artillery exchange, the worst actually since the ending of the Korean War, the armistice. None of those other incidents went that far. Why did this particular one go that far? I think that's the question that needs to be asked. Who's in charge of policy? We've got, Robert Gates, the Bush guy, still is our Secretary of Defense. He's been rattling sabers against China and North Korea since he's been in his job. And I think we have to look at the fact that there's not a heck of a lot of sunlight between the policies of the Obama administration and those of his predecessor, George W. Bush.
We're almost out of time, Wayne Madsen. Shifting gears over to the issue that broke a week or so ago. Friendly countries, Northern European countries, U.S. embassies being used to run espionage operation. They're running whores to compromise people. They're running surveillance. They're running infiltration of friendly governments. I mean, my view is that our government's run by the mega corporations. So, of course, they're going to use our government as a mechanism to go out there and spy on everyone. Our allies are shocked by this, but America attacks America. America attacks everything. America is a corporate takeover in action.
Absolutely, and I would point out that the U.S. Embassy in Reykjavik, Iceland, was spying on Icelanders. Which ones? The ones that are out protesting the giveaway of their country to the banking shysters? We got to figure out that the U.S. Embassy in Dublin, Ireland, is doing the same thing. The U.S. Embassy seem to be carrying out this espionage. I went back and looked at the privacy impact assessment submitted by the State Department on this system called the Security Incident Management Analysis System, or CIMAS. It said that every U.S. embassy and every U.S. consulate and intersection abroad had this system. So every U.S. embassy, every diplomatic mission abroad is spying on the local people in those countries. I think that's grounds to basically sever relations and tell the U.S. embassies to pack up and get out.
Wayne, where do you expect, just in 30 seconds, this North Korea situation to go?
I think China is working behind the scenes to try to tamp down this problem. They're probably talking to North Koreans. The Russians are talking to the North Koreans. But the U.S. also has to restrain Lee Myung-bak, the South Korean president, from doing anything like a retaliatory strike on North Korea.
Could this be a replay of 888 where Cheney tried to start war with the Russians?
It could very well be.
All right, Wayne Madsen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back with Andrew Napolitano.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a Home Gain agent. Share the Home Gain 150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the Home Gain Gorilla, to find out more about how Home Gain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
next 20 minutes, Judge Andrew Napolitano joins us. He, of course, for the last week has now moved from the weekends with the #1 show in months. A lot of the Gates was #1 on Fox Business on the weekends to the regular Fox Business weeknights, and it's becoming very, very successful there as well. So from the weekends to weekdays, and hopefully very soon to the main Fox channel, because he's a real libertarian at heart, and we always appreciate having Judge Andrew Napolitano, JudgeNap.com, also best-selling author, with us. Judge, this is a short segment. The long segment's coming up, but so much going on in the world today. What's most important on your radar?
I think the president wants to subjugate us, Alex. I think the president who falsely claims that he believes in civil liberties, who took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and who could stop all of this with a phone call to cousin Janet. We're not related, but I kiddingly refer to her that way, Janet Napolitano, has placed armed and unarmed, uniformed agents between private carriers and their customers at the most critical juncture, barking orders, demanding conformity, threatening arrest and fines. I think this is the beginning of an effort of this president to use powers from some source other than the Constitution, an argument his predecessor made, to get us to conform to his will. I fear that this TSA stormtrooper behavior is the tip of an iceberg or an ocean that this administration, now that it has lost some of its strength in Congress, may want to use to overwhelm us.
Well, we know, and you were critical of George Bush and the police state things he carried out. Obama's continued the torture, the wars, in some cases expanded some of the extraordinary rendition, the enhanced interrogations, but because he's got a leftist cover, the left has been in a coma dealing with it. But now this TSA, hands in pants, and we've got all of this happening. I mean, it really does show their lust to dominate us and to basically break those taboos. And you're right. They've announced they want TSA scanners on the streets. They're already beta testing it at train stations. TSA's been searching people's bags without warrants for years in New York. So you're right. I mean, this is something they want to roll out nationwide.
You know, the most specific part of the Constitution, the one that provides the most details as to what the government may and may not do, is the Fourth Amendment, which establishes the right to privacy, the right to be left alone. And it basically says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects. In their persons, meaning their bodies. And the Supreme Court has ruled in some cases with which you and I agree and in some with which you and I disagree. Nevertheless, it has uniformly ruled that you own your body. And the government cannot touch it or go near it or go inside of it without an order from a judge after the judge has heard arguments from both sides and the government has proved its right to do so. Because the Constitution presumes that we are innocent until proven guilty, yet the TSA, not by a law that Congress wrote, but by a regulation written by a couple of faceless bureaucrats, nameless until a few weeks ago, has turned that presumption of innocence upside down and treats everyone as if they were entering a prison rather than getting onto a private airliner.
Absolutely, and expanding on that, they are having federally funded checkpoints that violate the Fourth Amendment, federally funded blood draws at DWI checkpoints, no refusal. They're trying to push